Hey, what's up guys? It's Pat in the studio here, and I'm about to take you in the office because I want to share with you a brand new audience building tactic that I've been sharing with my students that's been working really, really well. It doesn't matter what kind of business or blog you have, doesn't matter where your following is, you can grow it using these strategies. So let's go into the office really quick and I'll share with you exactly what they are. So the thing here is whenever you want new exposure, new audiences, there's an acronym that I love to teach my students, and that is N.U.T.S. Bear with me. This is a strategy squirrels really love. But the acronym is N.U.T.S. And this stands for number 1, new people. Now I know that might sound kind of obvious, right? When you're trying to grow your audience, you want to target new people. But I think a lot of people make the mistake of actually targeting their own audience and thinking about growing through the people that they already have. The best strategies for growing and getting massive exposure is getting in front of new audiences. So that's number 1. Number 2, unique. You need to, wherever you find these new people, bring something unique. That's unique to them in the space that they are in. Number 3, trust. Now this is the hard one, because how do you earn trust with new people who are just discovering you for the first time? We'll talk about it in just a moment. And number 4, this is where things start to grow even bigger, and that's through sharing. So what's a strategy that's working nowadays that meets all these criteria? Well, I'm gonna show you on the computer. So here we are on Facebook. Now the idea here is to find groups where your target audience already exists. And to do that here on Facebook, all you have to do is go to the top bar, and let's just pretend that we have a blog or something, or a business related to knitting. We're up and coming in the knitting space and we're looking to grow our audience. So to get to the groups, type knitting, hit search. You can click on groups here at the top or click on see all if they appear at the top here. And here are the results for all the big groups in Facebook related to knitting. As I scroll down here, you can see just the size of these things. I mean, this one is 41,000 members, 4,000 members, 9,000 members, 80,000 members. This one's 13,000 members, and you also get a sense for how often they post each day. It's great to see that these are all pretty active, which is the first thing. You don't want to go into a group that is not active. Now, secondly, what's cool is you can go into these groups. So let's say, for example, this one right here, Knit and Natter, hooked on our needles, 13,000 members with 10 plus posts a day. I'm gonna click into that. I'm not even gonna join it yet. Now, what's really cool about this is if you scroll down, you're able to see who the admins are of this group already. In these larger groups, there's likely a lot of admins because they're the ones who are there actually managing this group. But if you go and click on these admins, you can see exactly the names of the people who are a part of this group. Now, one thing you can do, and this works a little bit better if there's fewer admins because you're able to target them a little bit better, but I would reach out to Sunny Langley here, for example, and you can click on that person's name, you can send them a message, and here's the trick. You send them a message and say, hey, Sunny, I have a blog on knitting, or I have a podcast in the knitting space. I would love to feature you and your channel on my blog or in my podcast. If you have a podcast, it's even better because then you're able to even interview that person. And the trick here is you want to make them look like a hero in front of their group. Because when you feature them in some way, whether it's a Q&A interview style post or interview on a podcast, or maybe it's in a roundup post with other people from other groups, you can do it any which way you want. But when you feature them, the chances are that they are going to share this post or this podcast episode with their audience is very, very high. You know, guest posting and being a guest on another person's podcast or having other people on your podcast, it's a really, really popular strategy. But this allows you to have a bigger chance for them to say yes to actually wanting to agree to do this, but B, to also want to share it too. So let's just, you can click on Sunny's, you can even send them a direct message. Let's go back into some of these other groups and check them out too. What about Love Crochet? That's 80,000 members, so there's probably a lot of admins too. Actually, there's less admins in this one. So clicking on the top one could work. This is Poppy Das, as you can see, from India. I could reach out to Poppy and say, hey, Poppy, how would you like to be featured on my knitting podcast? I'd love to interview you for 20 minutes. We can talk about your group and all the things that you're learning and doing in the space of knitting. And when you do that, you let them know about it, you give them a link after it's ready, and likely they're going to share it in front of people. You are in front of new people. You're providing them new content because they're likely not seeing these kinds of interviews, especially with the forum owner in it. And number 3, you have that trust with that new audience through the connection that you're making with these group owners. And then of course, this is likely to be shared within the community as well. And it works like crazy. My podcasting students who have used this to find interviews for their podcast have said that this has been the #1 strategy for their growth. You could even do this on LinkedIn too, and I'm gonna stay in the knitting industry actually, because you might not think that there might be some LinkedIn groups related to knitting. But if you go to knitting here, for example, and you click on, let's go to groups, you'll see all the knitting related groups here. And look at this one, knitting industry, 5,172. I'm gonna click through to that one. And look at that, there's just one admin there, one group owner. So I can actually look into who Billy is a little bit further. So when I reach out to him, I might have something a little bit more intelligent to say when asking him to come on my show. So it looks like he's a publisher of a leading textile industry news site. So I can go, hey Billy, I have a blog on knitting and I'd love to learn more about what's happening in the industry right now in terms of the tech that's involved and such. Would you love to come on the show, or would you love to have your questions featured on my blog? And Billy might say yes, and of course, because he's this group owner, he might share that interview or that post with his group members too. Now, if you don't have a podcast to do an interview, maybe you can do a roundup style post like this one here, which I found related to knitting. Top 10 knitting Instagram accounts. What about the top 10 Facebook groups for knitting, or top 10 tips from Facebook group owners? Same thing on YouTube here. Here's a top 10 knitting tips. This doesn't talk about different people, but you could have these 10 tips come from 10 different group owners. That way it's actually not even a very long thing that this person has to respond with, but maybe just their top tip. So those were a couple examples of how you can use groups that exist on places like Facebook and LinkedIn. There's likely other platforms out there with groups with your target audience in it. And again, the big idea is to make the group owner look like a hero, right? Now, really quick before I let you go, I want you to use this strategy wisely, because I don't want to hear from all these forum owners and group owners on Facebook and LinkedIn later on saying, Pat, like you taught these people this strategy and now I'm getting annoyed from all these people who aren't providing me any value. Always be looking to see how you can provide value to these forum owners and give them something back in return for what they're giving you, which is growth and exposure to that audience that they've already built trust with. So keep at it. I promise if you do the work, amazing things will happen. And again, be respectful to the forum owners that are out there and the group owners too. So thank you again so much for watching this video. Now, if you are on YouTube right now watching this, please subscribe for more amazing tips like this that are gonna be helpful along the way for you and your journey as you grow and scale your business. So remember, if you subscribe to the YouTube channel and comment within an hour after a new video goes live, you are eligible to win an SPI pin, which is really cool. So let me know what you think of the comments. Looking forward to hearing how this goes for you. And thanks so much, and I look forward to serving you in the next video. Cheers.